Reaching 1,000 plus testosterone is easy when you understand the path that you need to follow to get there. However, too many people overcomplicate the process, and that's where you get lost, you become inconsistent, and you're never able to hit 1,000 plus testosterone. So you need to follow this roadmap right here so that you can hit 1,000 plus testosterone in less than 90 days. So let's get into it. So the first thing you need to start with is, of course, training. If you aren't training, you're never going to have high testosterone. So at least 4 to 5 times a week. If you don't start here, none of this stuff is going to matter. So make sure you're training 4 to 5 times a week with low volume to start, strength training, and then tapering to hypertrophy training. Now the second thing, which is in the diet desert, you have to make sure your diet is optimized first. So the first thing you need to do for your diet is cholesterol. If you want to hit 1,000 plus testosterone, you need to focus on cholesterol. Cholesterol is the building block for testosterone at the very top. So if you want to have more testosterone, you have to have more cholesterol. So make sure you're getting around 1.5 grams plus every single day. If you focus on cholesterol, you are going to have higher testosterone, no doubt about it. Now, second, micronutrients. If you're not focusing on hitting your micronutrients every day, your body's not going to be able to produce the correct hormones. So you need to focus on micronutrients from, beef, eggs, and all that stuff. But more importantly, vitamin D, boron, and zinc. Now, vitamin D and boron you might have to supplement because it's hard to get from a diet, but zinc you want to make sure you're eating around 6 to 10 eggs a day on the minimum side. Minimum 6, ideally 10 a day. That will allow you to hit your zinc, and then supplement these 2 supplements so that you can hit all your micronutrients throughout the whole day. If you follow these 2 things and prioritize a whole foods diet, beef, eggs, fruit, some seafood, raw honey, raw dairy, you are gonna start getting to 1,000 plus testosterone already. Now that you understand the focus of your diet, now you wanna make your way over to the biohacking bridge so that you can elevate your hormones even more to reach 1,000 plus testosterone. So the first thing you wanna do is sleep routines. Make sure you have a routine for your sleep schedule so that you can fall asleep quicker, sleep deeper, and when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna have more energy and more testosterone. So first thing you wanna do is eliminate blue light, whether that's through your phone, screens, whatever it may be. Get blue light blocking glasses, put on the filter, eliminate blue light as much as possible. And then you want to circadian rhythm. If you don't fall asleep towards the sunset and the sunrise, your sleep quality is going to be worse. So the earlier you can go to bed and the earlier you can wake up along with the sunrise and sunset, it's going to make your sleep a lot better. So stop going to bed late and start waking up earlier. But you still need to make sure you're getting 8 hours of sleep and 3 hours of REM sleep. So once you optimize your sleep routine, then you can add supplements. So I already talked about vitamin D and boron, but to biohack even more, you want to add something like magnesium. Magnesium is going to help you sleep deeper, and it's electrolyte, so it's going to allow your body to biohack more, be more hydrated, and feel a lot better throughout the day. And then the next thing, you want to add an herb called Phagogia. So Phagogia is going to increase total testosterone around 100 to 200 nanograms per deciliter if you're doing all of these things right. So this is a powerful supplement when you're locked in and everything else. But if you take this alone and you're eating processed food, you're not training, you're not doing all the necessary things, the basics, Phagogia is not going to help you at all. But once you're doing all that and you add these two supplements in, it's going to increase your testosterone even more. So make sure all these things are dialed in. You're training, your diet's clean, you're getting cholesterol, micronutrients, and then focus on adding Phagogia. These two things right here will take your testosterone to the next level. And then finally, scaling to the testmaxxing mountain. These are the final two things that are going to take your testosterone to the next level, because not that many people are doing these things to really go to that next level. And the first thing is water. First thing you want to do is eliminate all plastic bottles in tap water. So what that means is you need to incorporate spring water and reverse osmosis. If you aren't only drinking spring water and reverse osmosis water, you're definitely killing your test with fluoride, microplastics, arsenic, estrogens in the water. Those things, because you're drinking, you're probably drinking, 3 of these a day total, almost a gallon of water. If you're doing that every single day, imagine how much estrogen, heavy metals, microplastics you're drinking on a daily basis. You need to clean up your water source, or else you're never going to be able to hit 1,000 plus testosterone. And then finally, icing balls. Now you might be saying, bro, what are you saying? Why would you ice your balls? Well, your balls produce more testosterone when they're 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than your core body temperature. But the thing is, if you're wearing pants, you're walking around all day, your body's hot and your balls are hot, you're not going to produce as much testosterone. So if you ice your balls, it's actually going to decrease the temperature to that ideal temperature when they can produce more testosterone, and it's going to allow you to hit that 1,000 plus testosterone. So start doing it at least 5 to 10 minutes every single day, ideally in the morning or in the afternoon. Just don't do it at night, because it might wake you up and it might make it harder to fall asleep and follow the sleep routines. But if you follow this blueprint right here, this roadmap of training 4 to 5 times a week, hitting your cholesterol, hitting your micronutrients, following sleep routines, adding in biohacking supplements, cleaning up your water, and then icing your balls, there's no way you don't hit 1,000 plus testosterone.